greatest challenge in responding to any biological threat, whether it be natural or man-made, is the ability to very rapidly identify the threat.
These threats are so infectious to people that a small amount can be really deadly. That's why rapid detection and countermeasure to those things are so important. The faster you can detect, the sooner you can react.
So what we're doing is applying a new technology called mass spectrometry to rapidly identifying those threats. So we can now identify those threats in minutes to seconds as opposed to hours and days. BioFlyte is based on time-of-flight mass spectrometry, specifically multi-mass spectrometry, which is the gold standard in the clinic for identifying bacteria. So what we're doing is really moving it out of the clinical realm and allow someone to actually put it in their building, in their air conditioning system, in their mailroom, in a subway, any other place where you might be worried about a hazard. So the way that multi-time-of-flight mass spectrometry works is we collect very tiny particles and actually captures them on a physical surface.
The sample goes onto a plate, that multi-matrix chemical is added,
and then we move that whole surface into the high vacuum of the time-of-flight mass spectrometer.
The laser comes in and strikes that surface. It ionizes or creates charge on those species that are on the plate.
We then accelerate those particles through an electric field.
And what happens is the small molecules travel fast, the large molecules are more sluggish and travel slow, so that time of flight determines the mass of the molecules. And from the mass of those molecules, that's the signature of a specific agent. Every agent will have a different set of mass patterns that are associated with that system. Biological threats are typically delivered most effectively in the aerosol format. So getting them from where they're released to where the people are is paramount for a bioterrorist to have an effective approach.
Let's imagine that a hazardous cloud is generated near an air inlet, such as you would typically have in an air conditioning or heating system in a large building. If we have no awareness that that cloud is there, the HVAC will very effectively transport the air through the entire building, exposing potentially everybody in the building to the hazard.
So if you have a detection system that finds that cloud early, you can shut that system down, keep that air from moving through the building, and protect a lot of people. In a more sophisticated approach with more modern HVAC systems, you actually can change the direction of the flow.
Now we prevent that cloud from spreading throughout the building. So we've not only saved the building from being contaminated, but we've prevented the occupants from being exposed to the hazard.
Until now, this radical technology using a physical technique for accurate identification of biological organisms has not been available. The BioFlyte is a fully automated system. Collects the sample, analyzes it in about 5 minutes, very low maintenance interval, low power, and low cost. As the threat evolves, BioFlyte will evolve.